one of the things that we deal with, sort of the way that we define technical products that we work on, we use a phrase called stack, which is a stack is a series of technologies we put on top of each other, and that forms a product basically. So your stack might be JavaScript, and then you would have a database language on top of that, and that sort of defines what a product is built in. Organizations look a lot for talent that is, has proficiency or certifications with a specific stack, because that's probably the stack that the company itself is using. And so, if you want to join the world of software development, I would say, proving that you have that competency or that certification with like a JavaScript, a React stack, or a MERN stack, which is another sort of common one.
So for large corporations, oftentimes they'll offer different certifications for whether it's you want to be a UX designer, whether it's you want to be a Swift developer at Apple. They're sort of creating a curriculum that says, hey, if you want to do this job and do it successfully, here is how we think about doing that job successfully. It can give you a really good backbone of knowledge to be able to go into that role sort of with that previous experience, and then be able to sort of do whatever that role entails. Because every sort of organization or even department within an organization is going to be very different in what their needs are, how they operate, that kind of thing. So having that sort of background knowledge with that specific certification, I think is really important. NCBC offers a lot to students in North Carolina for free of these sort of certifications and pathways for these larger organizations. I think that there are like some certifications and educational programs that can teach you how to learn and do some of those things, and those are really beneficial because you can apply them whether or not you're going to actually work at Apple. They may have a developer sort of certification that gives you a base level of understanding about how to do something that you could apply otherwise. But if you're trying to focus on specifically a career path and getting a job, that's probably when these certifications are a little bit more directly viable.
Yeah, and within that there are some caveats on like, for example, if you really have an interest in security or cybersecurity, things like that, a lot of organizations that do that will want you to take specific courses in encryption protocols and like things like that are not necessarily taught sort of to the broader engineer community because they're very specific. But those are things that, if you're going to work in a high risk, high security environment, if you're going to work in banking, if you want to do something like that, there are going to be additional things that, are good to look at early in terms of what is possible. But starting out with that solid kind of base of, equal parts creativity and, hard work of teaching yourself and getting in there is the place to start.